Before you, Ron, stands the ancient city of Ephesus, a jewel of Asia Minor and one of the most powerful and prosperous cities of the ancient world. Long ago, its harbor teemed with life as ships arrived from distant shores across the Mediterranean. Merchants, philosophers, and travelers once walked these marble streets while the air was rich with the scent of exotic spices and alive with the calls of market criers. Today, through the power of reconstruction, we can glimpse Ephesus as it may have been in the height of its glory. Before you stands an ancient milestone. In Roman times, such stones served as vital markers along the great roads, recording the distances between cities. They often bore the names of emperors under whose reign the roads were built or restored. This marble marker once stood along a major trade route leading into Ephesus, its inscription highlighted in red paint, guiding travelers on their journey through the empire. Here, among the ruins of Ephesus, stand ancient marble sarcophagi, silent witnesses to lives long past. Many are adorned with elaborate carvings, garlands, mythical figures, and inscriptions recording the names of the departed. Such monuments were more than burial places. They proclaimed the status, wealth, and legacy of those who once walked these streets. Through their artistry and craftsmanship, they continue to speak across the centuries. Before you lies the majestic Arcadian Street, once the grand boulevard linking the harbor to the great theater of Ephesus. Over half a kilometer in length, its broad marble slabs were lined with colonnades, shops, and monumental arches. Beneath its paving stones, channels carried water and waste, and by night, 50 lamps would glow, guiding merchants, dignitaries, and pilgrims. It was during his second missionary journey that the Apostle Paul entered the city through this very port. With him came Aquila and Priscilla, whom he left here to continue the work of teaching. Perhaps they walked this very street, bringing to Ephesus a message that would change lives forever. The Great Theater of Ephesus, a masterpiece of Roman engineering carved into the slope of Mount Pion, it could hold up to 25,000 spectators and witness not only civic gatherings and lavish festivals, but also the roar of gladiatorial combat. It was a place where drama, politics, and faith converged. It was here so that one of the most dramatic episodes in the ministry of the Apostle Paul unfolded. The Book of Acts records that a great disturbance broke out about the way. Demetrius, a silversmith, fearing for the trade in idols of Artemis, stirred the craftsmen, warning that Paul's preaching threatened both their profit and the honor of their goddess. The city was seized with rage and fanaticism. The mob surged into the theater, shouting for 2 hours, "Great is Artemis of the Ephesians." Paul wished to address the crowd, but the disciples held him back, fearing for his life. Only the city clerk was able to calm the fury, assuring them that neither the temple nor the goddess were in danger, and reminding them that Rome would not tolerate disorder. Order was restored, yet the echo of those events still seems to linger among these ancient stones. Before you lies, in the beating heart of Ephesus's economic life, the great marketplace, a wide square framed by colonnades, alive with the sound of a dozen Mediterranean tongues. Here, silks rustled from distant lands. Silver jewelry caught the sunlight, and the air was rich with the scent of honey and spices from the east. In the shade of its arcades, craftsmen worked, tanners, potters, stone carvers. Perhaps it was here that the Apostle Paul made tents, all the while sharing the good news with any who would listen. But this square also witnessed something remarkable. When many embraced the Christian faith, they brought their books of magic here and burned them in public. Before us stands one of the most magnificent symbols of Ephesus, the Library of Celsus. Its graceful marble facade, frozen in time, catches the soft sunlight. Once it concealed one of the richest collections of scrolls in the ancient world. Built in the 2nd century, the library served not only as a repository of knowledge, but also as a mausoleum, the final resting place of the Roman governor Celsus, in whose honor it was constructed. Its shelves once held works on history, philosophy, medicine, and poetry, a testament to Ephesus as a center of culture and learning in its time. Before you lies the Terrace Houses complex, the elite quarter of ancient Ephesus. On the slope of Bulbulda stand luxurious Roman villas, mosaic floors, frescoes, and bright inner courtyards, peristyles. You pass by elongated atriums where rain once fell through open roofs, feeding fountains and wells. These homes reveal a remarkable system of water supply and heating. Clay pipes beneath the floors and inside the walls carried warm air, while both hot and cold water were delivered directly indoors. You step into the rooms where aristocrats once lived, reception halls, bedrooms, even private baths. Here within these walls, you can feel the daily life of the wealthy, where refinement and comfort blended seamlessly with the engineering genius of the age. Excavations of the terrace houses began in the 1960s, and today 2 of the complexes are preserved under protective roofing. These homes are a living bridge between past and present, showing us a vision of everyday luxury and antiquity that no temple and no theater could match. Before us stands the small theater of Ephesus, also known as the Odeon. It was built in the 2nd century AD and could seat about 1,500 people. This venue was used not only for musical performances and small theatrical plays, but also as the council chamber of the city. Unlike the Grand Theater that could hold 25,000 spectators, the Odeon was an intimate roofed building. Here, speeches were delivered, important decisions were made, and music filled the air, bringing harmony to the ancient city. Today, as we look at these stone seats, we can imagine the people of Ephesus gathering here to take part in the cultural and civic life of their city. The road among the columns takes us back into the past. We see the greatness of an ancient city, but we also realize that even the strongest walls are not eternal. Around the year 96 CE, Jesus addressed the Christian congregation in Ephesus. He praised their hard work and endurance. Yet he also reminded them of something vital. He said, "I know your deeds, your labor, and endurance. Nevertheless, I hold this against you, that you have left the love you had at first. Therefore, remember from where you have fallen and repent and do the deeds you did at first. These words still speak to us today. The history of Ephesus reminds us that it is not enough to build cities and monuments. We must also preserve a living love for God and for others. That love is stronger than stone and more enduring than any civilization.